everyone, welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. So I'm really excited. My friend Lily has released her own glue gun, and it's the cutest glue gun you have ever seen. It's pink and teal. I'm going to open it up and show you a couple of different ideas I have to use your glue gun in your crafting. So rather than using it just for adhesive, we can use it for some super cute things. So I'm just tearing open this packaging, and it's great because you can actually open it without all of those, funny openers. Now, the other great thing about her glue gun is that it's cordless. So if you want something to go on the move, you do need to return it to its base regularly just to, make sure it keeps heating, but it's completely cordless when you're actually working. So I'm just going to untangle, or undo rather, the little tie on here. So it's a Sure Bonder glue gun. It's in Lynn's signature colours, and I'm going to add some links in the description of places that you can buy it. And I'll just plug this in, and it's really easy. You take this figure of 8 cable, and we're going to plug it in the back. So that's it, and it's ready to go. So we're going to start heating that up, and while that's heating, I want to tell you about some of the other sticks you can get. So she's doing clear sticks. You can also get glitter sticks. So look at these. We have red, green, blue. I mean, every colour of glue that you could possibly imagine. And that's what's going to be fun about today's project, is we're going to use some of these really cool coloured ones. We have pink sticks. We might be needing those. We have gold and silver. And then we have teal. There's white, which are actually fabric sticks. You can use this to stick down fabric specifically. And then there's just like a mixed bag of colour ones. So we can create some really fun things. And you'll notice what I have here is a baking mat. And you've seen me use this before with Nuvo drops. So I'm going to be showing you how you can use it with your glue gun as well. So I'm going to pick out some blue glitter stick. And I'm just going to pop that in at the end here. Now, her glue gun also has a fine tip on it, so you can do some really fun detail work like this using this glue gun, which is awesome, because sometimes glue guns can be a bit, thick and drippy and things, but with this fine tip, you can do all of these cool things. You can also use it in your silicone molds, and I've done videos on this before, but we'll add one into our silicone mold, and I'll show you that as well, and how you can do those things. You can also use all of those silicone baking molds you see in like Joann's and Michael's and those big box stores, or on Amazon. You can use those, and you can, press everything out that you need to. So now we're heated up, you can just lift this off. The base will stay there. You've got 2 minutes approximately to work with, and you do have a little bit here so that, if it drips and things, you haven't got any issues. But just really simple. So one thing I like about this is how everything's on here, and it's silicone, so it's going to come off really, really easily. Whoops, my hands are a bit wobbly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to thicken this bit up. You see how nice and fine this is? And then I'm going to pull again on this side. I'm a little bit ambidextrous, so that helps. But you could, of course, turn your mat if you weren't doing a video like I am. And I'm just pulling along. You could use icing templates. You can take a piece of paper and just put some acetate over the top. That works really well too. And I'm just making sure I don't have too many runs, or like the, the little strands that we get. So, and you want to make sure everything touches, because otherwise it won't stay together. So I'm going to do this side. I'm going to add another glue stick in, because as I say, the first time you do it, you're going to put a lot of glue into the barrel. But then, of course, after that, you're not going to need to do that again. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go up here. And it's really easy to clear out a colour too, just pump until it's empty. I've done that in other glue guns. So you can see this is really simple to do, and you can make everything as thick or as thin, but I love how fine the line on this is. There we go. And you can almost just draw on your mat, that's how easy it is. Making sure the second glue stick. So I'm going to leave that to dry for a second. And I want to show you, you can really do anything. So we could go with these swirls here. You can see I'm really just drawing actually on the silicone mat. When my trigger gets to the end, I pause, and then I release the trigger and go all the way back again. But these, I mean, these are pretty ornate and they're really not hard to do. So you just pretend like you're drawing with your glue gun. Don't go too fast. Think of it, if you do icing, you know, you don't go too fast. A lot of those Instagram videos and things are really sped up. You don't want to go fast at all. Get rid of our string there. And then, that one I didn't do so well, but you can see if I'm much closer to the mat, for me at least, I'm far more accurate, but you can work out what technique works for you. And I'm going to show you how to peel them off afterwards. So this is a final one. That's going to go in there. I'm going to let that dry for a second. I wanted to also show you this idea with the silicone molds because this is great for making embellishments for your cards. You can make key rings, you can make brooches, you can make all sorts of different things. But this is a premium silicone mold, as I say. You can use all like the ice cube molds and all those things. And you could do multicolors too. I'm just going to do one color in here. And mine's getting a little bit cooler, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop it back on the base for a second. And this doesn't matter because it'll all remelt anyway, so I'm just going to leave that little bit in there that I had. I'm just putting my strings away. Well, that's heating up for a second. I'm going to start just seeing if this one is ready to peel because they're going to dry super fast. So this is not like a Nuvo drop that we have to leave for hours. Look how that looks. Isn't that just like the coolest snowflake? Think of all of the embellishments you can now make for your cards, for your scrapbook projects, for your home decor projects. And you can just make them with colored glue and they're done just like that. Super, super simple. So that's one of those. And let's see how this one's doing. It feels nice and cool. You probably only need like a minute to dry and they're not as delicate as doing it with Nuvo drops or something like that. So you can do this. You can see that now I have a kind of scroll. It looks a bit like a treble clef, kind of like a music thing. So that's on there too. You can also take these, put them down onto your project, and then they'll act like a resist as well. So you could then watercolor over them or use any water-based medium, and they'll act as a resist too. So that's something else fun that you can do is create these, put them down, and then use them like a resist and peel them up afterwards. You might not want to use your nice funky colors though. So this is nice and hot again. I'm going to go back into my silicone mold, like this, and I'm going to fill it up nicely. You don't want to overfill it either, so just kind of do it. I like to use my nozzle to even it out as best as I can on the back. You can also use something like your media mat scraper if you have that to hand. I'm not sure. Yeah, mine's in my drawer here. So you can see what I can do is just take that over the top and move some of my glue around, and that also shows me if I need to just add any in certain places. Oops. So I'm going to leave that to set for a second. We could also do one of these hearts down here. Again, same thing, just keep pumping that glue in, pump it all over. And you can do multicolors. I've seen people do some really fun things with these glue sticks already, like pink and white, and they did melons. You can go check out Sweet Red Poppy if you want to see her tutorial. Really, really fun things that she did as well. And she created much larger elements than the ones that I'm creating. Now these ones you're actually going to have to leave for a few minutes. You're not going to be able to just pop them straight out. I think even this one here is not going to be quite done yet, but it's going to give you the idea. It's still a little bit hot on the top, and you can see this bit hasn't dried yet. But what you can then do is these have a really nice jelly texture. And you know those jelly like key rings and stuff are just so expensive. Well, not anymore. You just need a glue stick and the Lily glue gun with that fine tip detail so you can get in and do all of those fun things. And then you just take a piece of a key ring here and you could screw that in the top and create a key ring. You could do different letters if you had those molds. You could do pineapples and melons like Sweet Red Poppy like Kimberly did. You could also create earrings. I mean, this is the perfect size if I put it up here for me to have a really fun Christmas earring. So you can make your own holiday earrings too. So all sorts of different fun ideas. Go check out the new Lynn Lily glue gun over at Shaw Bonder. I think you're going to absolutely love it. I love that it's also cordless, and then it's super easy. You just pop it on here to pop it back into its stand. And you also, if it drips or you have anything you want to test it, you have that little mat over there, and the fine tip really is amazing to work with. I think that's the best part of it. I have never had a glue gun that's had a fine tip, but this one is awesome. So thanks, Lynn, and thanks for sending me one. Go check that out. Don't forget to hit subscribe, ring the bell, of course, all of those fun things. And I'm going to see you again tomorrow for more tips, tricks, and tutorials. I'll see you then. Bye.